Hey there, good looking. Grab yourself some dumbbells and join me for this circuit workout. Listen, we've got compound exercises on the menu today, so that means that we are working many muscles all in one exercise. You're going to get a great calorie burn, and we'll also get that core activated. Now, if you're doing this in real time, this is also day 6 of the 12 days of Christmas. Now, bulletproofing each day, if you've been part of the challenge, we've been bulletproofing a certain area of the body, and today we are bulletproofing the feet. Yes. So I encourage you to try this workout in bare feet if you normally train in your shoes. And then definitely at the end where we get into some serious foot work, you will need bare feet. Now for the workout, you'll also need a rolled towel for that series. And then for the actual circuit workout themselves, I recommend a pair of moderate and heavy dumbbells. All right, let's go get warmed up. All right, everybody, as you can see, Tia is back in the house helping us out today. If you have a fitness watch, you're going to want to push start. For reference, I have an Apple Watch and I chose the HIIT setting. All right, let's start down into some bridges, everybody. On the backs, you should be able to feel the heels with your fingertips, feet hip width apart, squeeze the glutes, roll the hips and low back off the mat and lower. When we do this, we're not flaring the rib cage. We're getting that muscle activation in our rear ends, not into the low back. So for today's workout, we have a circuit, 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds break. We'll get a quick little water after the circuit and then run through it for a total of 3 times. Last 2. And 1. Now, as we lift the hips up, I want you to take the right arm and reach up and over on a diagonal, lower down hips and arm, lift hips, other arm, reach up and over. So now we're activating, or not activating, now we're getting into the shoulder and your T-spine, your thoracic spine as well. Up and over. So we're reaching right up on a diagonal as the hips lift. Let's do one more each side. Last one. Moving into that core, arms up, legs up. Give me that dead bug position. Draw the belly button, anchor the spine. One arm, opposite leg to our ground. Back up, other side. Breathe for me. Not allowing that low back to pop off your mat. And feeling that in the abs and definitely in the hips and thighs. So I like to warm up your core before a dumbbell workout because there's so much ab and core activation when we're working dumbbells as well as compound exercises. So we need to get that midsection of yours ready. Let's go for 4 here. And 3, 2, 1 more. Beautiful. Come to stand, everybody. Let's get those feet wider than shoulders, toes are turned out. Now, I want you to pretend you're on a piece of newspaper and you're trying to split that newspaper with the feet. That's going to activate our outer hip muscle. Hands behind the ears, drop the bucket, drive up, stand. Good. Knees track with the toes. If you're joining us, which I hope you are, in bare feet, then your knees are tracking with that second toe. Now, by pulling the knees apart or activating in that glute med, you are probably going to feel it less in the knee joint. So if you ever feel your knees in a squat pattern, I want you to think of that cue for me, like you're trying to rip a newspaper. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together, just take one side for a side lunge. If you can, take the hand, reach across. Good, so toes, knees, hips, square to me, shoulders, one leg straight, one leg bends. Beautiful. You can get all dancy and look pretty like Tia and allow that hand to go down like that. Or you can just be a hot mess like me, whatever you want. Last 3, 2, 1. You do look really nice when you do that move. Here we go. Ready? Very ladylike and graceful. Push the seat rearward. So we are getting some of that hip hinge here. So them glute activation. And then all of the muscles surrounding that ankle, knee, and hip getting warmed up. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I want you to grab the heaviest dumbbells that you have. We're doing a row now. Now you'll need one dumbbell upright. Tia and I will go on an angle, left hand on the other dumbbell. We are using this dumbbell in front of us to help support our low back while we do a row with the left arm. So let's hip hinge it, please. Place the hand on top. Now, if you've got really small dumbbells, you can also use a chair, yeah? Perfect. 3, 2, 1, square the shoulders, draw the belly button in, elbow comes up, breathe out as we lift. So I've got my feet pretty wide, my dumbbell's in the center, so it's kind of like a tripod position. That arm that's on my dumbbell straight. Again, as mentioned, you can use a chair or a bench too if this isn't working for you. Breathe out as we row. Making sure you've got heavy dumbbells. These are large muscles that we're training and multiple muscles too. So we need that heavy weight to fatigue them and get them stronger. Let's do 3 more, and then we're going to keep the dumbbell in this hand, okay? 2, 1 more. 1, come to stand. Let's get this dumbbell out of our way so we don't trip on it. Keep the dumbbell in this hand. Now step back into a lunge. Go as low as you feel you can. Advanced people, dumbbell on an angle and on the ground. Now come out of the lunge, curl and press. Finish. So if you can go down lower, that's going to train that front leg glute a bit more. But again, play around with it. I don't want your knee joints unhappy with the exercise. So now, if the pressing above the head doesn't work for you because of shoulder issues, just curl it. There's always workarounds, team. Don't think you are forced to do an exercise or to sit out on one because something just doesn't feel right. When we've completed this, we'll do the row with the right arm, okay? This is going to add a little bit of heart rate response too. You should feel that breathing get a little more elevated. Last one, and time. All right, so let's switch out. So we've got dumbbell in the center, feet wide. Hip hinge, right hand with the dumbbell. Lengthen the spine. 3, 2, 1. Draw the elbow up, breathe out, straighten. Beautiful. Slow and controlled with your lift. So we're past the halfway mark. You should really be feeling those muscles. Biceps, back, shoulder, mid-back area. As mentioned, these are big muscle groups and we've got many training at the same time. So if you don't feel it by now, oh goodness, please push, stop, push, pause, grab heavier. All right, come to stand. Get rid of that one dumbbell that's in front of us. Dumbbell on an angle. Step back with the right leg. If you're able to, dumbbell to ground. 3, 2, 1, come up, curl, press. Okay, now let's make a fist with the other arm. Tighten it up a little bit to give us some core activation. If this is the first time for you training in bare feet, you may actually find that your balance is improved. You can really ground yourself. And we are also training all of the muscles in the feet, which do tend to weaken as we age. While you do your barefoot training, though, I do want you to remember to keep that arch lifted. So you're thinking about lifting the arch almost like a dome. We're lying down on the mat with a dumbbell in each hand. And 2 more. All right. Come straight down for me. Dumbbells are going to touch and just be above the belly there. From this position, we press them up, keep the dumbbells touching, lower all the way down. Breathe out, press up. This is called a crush press. We're getting pecs involved, but a little bit more isolation into your triceps. If you've been with me for any duration of time, you know I love to work the triceps. My dog Bella is behind the curtain here, sleeping and snoring. It's super cute and also not very motivating. She'd make a crappy trainer. All right, have a seat for me. Just one dumbbell. I want you to place it upright, so it's like a fence. Now we're going to lean back, take the left leg, flex the foot, tighten into the quad, lift it up and over, up and over. Now, you can sit back, and that's going to actually make the movement easier. Okay, so then that goes to reason that if you are not really feeling into the quad, sit up. Oh my goodness, it's a little too upright for me. Now, if you're like me with tight hamstrings, you've got to have a soft knee. There's just no way that leg is going to be straight, but you want to do your best to try to keep it straight, and we're just moving through the hip joint. This is my knee-friendly way to toast the crap out of your quadriceps. Whew. Abs engaged. We just have a few more reps, and then we'll do the other side. Woo! How'd you do with that? Yeah, she did with no hands. Look, Mom, no hands. Look, Mom. All right, so what do we want to do? We want to flex the right foot. Now, I want you to feel that right quad. Well, if you do it no hands, I got to do it no hands. Ah, yeah. I'm not competitive at all, am I? This is how competitive I am. If I use a public washroom and another lady goes in the same stall at the same time as me, I'm like, I bet you I can beat her. And I have to get out of the stall before she gets out. And if I do, I'm like, yes, I won. True story. Time. Grab a sip of water. We're going to do that again for round 2. Yeah. Well, no, it's just the getting the pants up and getting out, and then I just want to get out of the toilet before her. All right, crew, supported row, left arm. We'll go on an angle, hip hinge, brace those abs, drive up, and release. And I usually win too, because I don't wear complicated outfits when I go out, right? Your outfit's complicated, forget it. You're not going to win that race. You got belts and crap like that, forget it. So we have 3 rounds of these, just a reminder. So if you need to up the weight as we go, awesome. If you need to drop down the weight because it's getting too much, awesome. That means you really challenged yourself for the first 1 or 2 rounds. There is no good or bad in weightlifting, you guys. Time. Now let's keep the dumbbell in that left hand. We'll move those feet hip width apart, step back left leg, dumbbell angled, tighten the other fist, drive up to stand, press up. That press is optional too. As mentioned, if you've got some shoulder issues, we're here to work out to make you stronger, not to aggravate anything. If you're lowering that dumbbell to the ground, you're going to feel that hip hinge happening to get the dumbbell down there, and that's where you really get that front leg glute involved some more. All right, so I love how you finished the press. Well done. Let's get the other side set up. So right hand with our dumbbell. Let's hip hinge it. I like my feet wide on this. Dumbbells in a bit of a triangle. 3, 2, 1, row up. You want to know the other thing I do, Tia? Maybe you do this at home too. if you're doing a crosswalk and somebody stops for you, you wave, and I always mouth a thank you, and then I get across this crosswalk as fast as I can. So that they think that I'm the best pedestrian ever. If they were to give me a Yelp review, I would get a 10 out of 10 for pedestrian every time. Nailing it. I want them to always want me as their pedestrian. It's time. All right. Here we go. We've got the right leg goes back. Angle that dumbbell. It's my need to be loved. Some therapy there, I think. Here we go. Come in and press up. Yeah, that is a different version of people pleasing. I don't know why I want to really please them then, because normally I don't care. No, I care. Under this little tiny black heart, there's some empathy and caring. It's hiding. Maybe the holiday season, it'll grow bigger like the Grinch. Last one. We're going to finish the press with Tia. Yes. All right. Grab your partner to that dumbbell. Take it down onto the mat. We are crushing and we are pressing. Heels close to the hips. 3, 2, 1. Press up. Breathe out. Good. Watch her if you're doing this in real time and Christmas is around the corner and you're thinking of giving the gift of fitness to someone you love. As a trainer for 30 years and having been the gift to many a different spouse through the years, make sure that that person is open to wanting to work out. All right. Yeah, they're going to want to do it too. All right, left leg, tighten the quad. I've trained a few husbands in my life that did not want to be working out. And yet their wives did their best to try to get them. And did a sneak attack and bought them some personal training sessions for Christmas. I can tell you that never ended well. And I'm often curious if the marriage ended too. Yes, her mother-in-law bought her tickets skiing. If you know Tia, she does ski. But that's okay. You don't really need a relationship with your mother-in-law. Oh, wow. Tia, why did you have to take the hands off the ground? Hey, I really enjoyed it the last round. All right, at home, right leg. So again, this is my knee-friendly way to get the quad, and you're going to feel it up into the psoas too, your hip flexor. First, flex the toe. I want you to put some mind into that muscle there and feel the quad activated. Maybe your leg is super straight like my girl Tia, who's got hamstrings the length of a football field, or you might have a slight bend in knee like me. Now we want to try to sit up tall as best we can. If you have no hands, we got a lot more core engagement too. So see, we were lucky we had Tia. We would have gone off really easy with hands, no core involvement if she wasn't here. 10 more seconds. We'll grab a water. Woo! Nice burn. Grab water, everyone. 30 seconds. We got one more round, and then we're going to move into some footwork. Literally. All right, left hand's going to be our working arm. Last round, so, do a check-in. Could you lift heavier? I'm just throwing it out there. Left hand, hip hinge. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Breathe out, lift up. My dog is still snoring. Oh gosh, I love her. Poor Tia came to work out, and she also found out she's in my will. I sprung a lot on this girl today. She's our dog godmother now. So if something happens to Larry and I, our dogs go to Tia. Anybody would line up for Bella. Time. It's George that I need to pay somebody to take. Sorry, buddy. You're lovable, but you're just a lot. All right, left hand, hip hinge, 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, make a fist with the other hand. Tighten up through that core. That press is optional, remember, and coming down as low as you and your knees feel comfortable doing. My advanced people, you got no option. I want that dumbbell to your ground. And you know who you are. So yeah, we'll throw some money Tia's way. And if Larry and I go out in a blaze of glory, Tia gets whatever animals we have at that time. All right, let's do the other side. My niece Cassidy, those of you who know Cassidy, she's already been walking around the house telling me what she wants. I'm like, I'm not dead yet. yeah. Hip hinge. Row up. Settle down, girl.
She's like perfect last flight.
Yeah, exactly. She's cutting the brake line to the next plane we're in. I get like this though whenever I travel. I always think the plane's going to go down, so I get our affairs in order. But we've never had professional wills done up, just the online wills, which I'm not sure how much those hold up. And there's also some dog or animal charities that, I want our money to go to. So, okay, ready? Lunge back, right leg, and drive up. Make a fist with the other hand. Belly button drawn in. Whew. But maybe I could live to be 93. I met one of my past clients yesterday. He was shopping with his wife, and he's 93. Yeah, he's looking good. I trained him 28 years ago. That's how good my training is. Just train with you for 1 year and I will keep you above ground. Time. Yeah, crush press. I call him my boyfriend. He's such a nice man. 3, 2, 1, ready, set, and press. But I live in a fairly small town, and having been in the industry now, as I mentioned, for 30 years, I always run into someone I've trained, that I've taught a squat to, whether one-on-one or group. I think I've trained 75% of this town. All right, come into a sit. We just need one dumbbell crew. Okay. Dog hair all over me. Blame it on George. Tighten up that core, tighten up that quad. Up and over. Breathe. Oh, I know why it's so easy for you. Your dumbbell's like 1/4 of an inch shorter than mine. That's what it is. Now I feel better.
Got it.
It's that 1/4 inch. It makes the difference, Tia. You need to, there you go. See? See? That spicy is right. And then it's really fun to hear a dog snoring. And then I didn't leave a window open for Tia and I. We're kind of dying right now. Dying. Because it's really hot with all these lights on. Yeah, I'll do a pan afterwards if you've never seen the way the setup is for filming. And then we'll go see Bella. Yeah, behind the scenes, right? Yeah. Hey, is that what BTS stands for? Yeah. The pop group? No way.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Maybe though. Maybe.
Huh?
I don't know. I should know.
Hey, anybody got a daughter that's still into? Oh, isn't it BKS? You guys will let us know.
We're gonna figure it out.
BKS or BTS? I don't know. All I know is that it's.
Good. Oh, I'm interested.
We'll have to Google when we're done.
Next video, we'll fill you guys in.
Gotta wait for tomorrow's workout. Woo! All right, quick sip of water, you at home, and then we want a rolled towel, and you definitely want to be on your bare feet for this series, and you may want something close by for your balance. Actually, you will want something for your balance, so back of a chair or a wall. All right, grab some water, we'll be right back. All right, I've got a really fun series to help strengthen the muscles in the bottom of your feet and the fascia, and also get a good stretch through there. Tia's gonna use a wall for support. I'm gonna use a chair. I want you to place a rolled towel and place just your left toes on top. So we want your left toes in what we call extension. Lift up the other leg. Now drive up off of the heels and then slowly come down for 3, 2, 1. Come up. 3, 2, 1. Good. My toes keep slipping off. Come up. 3, 2, 1. If those of you are enjoying this workout ads free on Over 50 Fitness, don't forget that you have access to our prehab and rehab series with our physiotherapist, Stephanie. And this is actually level 3 exercises of her plantar fasciitis series. So really good series so that if you are encountering some pain, discomfort, you're seeing physical therapy at the moment and you need additional support and exercises, head to that playlist, okay? Knee is soft, last one. All right, here we go, other side. So we want the toes in extension, yeah, so you gotta roll up the towel again, go for it. We're gonna lift up the other side. If you find it's too hard, do it both feet. Okay, or do it 1 foot to come up or 2 foot to come up and then lower for 1. So you would help out on the up, or what we call the concentric part of the muscle contraction, and then lower for the eccentric, which is a classic rehab move. When we've completed this, we're going up to a heels up squat, which isn't going to be everybody's fave, but I'm going to encourage you to try it. It's only for 1 set, so softness in this working leg, driving ourselves straight up, not forward and back. I see that quite a bit with a heel lift. Last 2. 1 more. Excellent. Now we can get rid of our towel. I like to use a chair for support because my balance is kind of poop. Let's get the feet shoulder width apart or a bit wider if that feels good for you. Let's all come up off of the heel, so almost like a bar class, and lower as low as you can into your squat and then up. Maybe let go of your chair or wall. See if you can do the balance, but we want to keep ourselves off of the heels for the entire 45 seconds. Focus your stare on something stationary. So, in between our workout and this, Tia did look up The K-pop game is called BTS, but it doesn't stand for behind the scenes. It's a Korean way of, what's it? Anyways, look it up. Bulletproof Boy Scouts, but in Korean. Okay, get into downward dog for me, please. Now, if this doesn't work for your wrist, I want you to go back to where we were, but do 2 foot, okay? Now come up high off of the heels, and then come up, let the heels drop. High up off the heels. Good. So again, if this doesn't work, weight bearing on the wrist, do it standing, double foot, heel lift, slight bend of your knees. If you're here with Tia and I, ears in between the biceps, feet hip width apart. You don't really want to be able to see your heels, so you've got the feet in a fairly straight line. So we're loaded up on the calves as we work into the lower leg and work into the toe extension. All right, let's come into stand. Feet hip width apart. Maybe you've got your thing to hold on to. I want you to step back with that left leg. And then, this is Steph taught me this one. Step the inside leg over and then kind of push your hip and lean forward. So it's kind of a twisted calf raise, or calf stretch, pardon me. Getting different area of the calf muscle. We still want to think about plugging the full heel into our ground and pressing the back of the knee to the wall behind us, but we're on an angle. And it's kind of it was a good reminder for me that the muscles all are coming in and have different lines of attachment and origins. So it's great to stretch in different angles as well, not necessarily stay in that one kind of linear plane that we do stretch the calf in. All right, let's feet hip width apart, step back with the right. Now you're going to step the inside leg across the midline and then bend that front knee, push the back knee to the back wall, and hold. Come on up, maybe holding on to that object again, heel to the bum. Pull the knee back for me, please, and then squeeze the hips forward. So on our quad stretch, we want that knee under the hip. I'll see this quite often. If that is you and you just can't get the knee down, get a strap so we can guide that knee down. We want to lengthen, okay, from both origin to attachment of the muscle. So our quadricep, when we have the knee pop forward, we aren't lengthening. We're actually contracting it there. And then other side. And release. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in the next workout, and please drop a comment down below. Have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye. All right, so this is our BTS. So there's where the timer is. There's Tia and her buddy George, who actually George would really love for her to take him now. Maybe he'll be plotting our death and demise as well. Light, so this is what I see when I work out. I write the workout on the board and it sits just below the camera so that hopefully when you see me stealing glances at the workout, you think that I'm just looking at the camera. Let's zoom in on the handsome man. Mr. George, say hi to your fans. Oh my goodness. And then my girl, Bella. She's not snoring anymore, so she must have heard that we were talking about her. Bella. Bella? Bells. Bells. Bells, come on, wake up. Thank you. There she is. Oh, okay, now I feel bad. All right, say bye, Bella. Hey there, good looking. Grab some dumbbells and join me for this dumbbell circuit workout. This is going to be a ton of fun. We are working compound exercises, so that means multi-joints. So on your end, that means we're training a lot more muscles in this one workout, getting a good calorie burn, and also hitting the core because we're using dumbbells. I said dumbbells a lot, didn't I? Yeah, I bet you could say them more.